Hey, it's Dave Wyman. Time for Football 101. 17-12 loss to the Giants. Most of it was on offense. I think most people would agree, but there's a couple of things on defense that we talked a lot about playing the perimeter and the edge and how important that is. And there's kind of some little subtleties. And I was talking to my buddy Paul Moyer, who played strong safety, played behind me when I was playing for the Seahawks. And he talks about, for the safeties, the guys up front making a decision early so then they can decide where to fill. And we'll kind of go through that, but it's kind of interesting to take a look at just the little things, and when you do it right, how well it works. But let's take a look. First of all, 60-yard run, third quarter with 9 minutes left. This was Wayne Gallman. And, I'll just show you before I get to, many scribbles up here, kind of what happened here is that KJ, this guy comes out to block here. So they got a big heavy formation with two tight ends. This is a receiver. So he blocks the corner. What happens is this is a toss play that goes this way. And KJ kind of gets down the middle of this guy. And so what happens is, and he's sort of supposed to stay outside and turn it back in, but he kind of stays in the middle. He doesn't really commit one way or the other. And so this kind of screws Bobby up too. And you'll see there's kind of a little area where they're in this little mosh pit here. Like I said, lots of scribbles here, but nobody definitely, goes one way or the other. It's kind of like, let's see how we're going to play that. And what it does, it ends up kind of screwing up for Quandre Diggs. If you guys are wrong, do it early. Like if KJ decided to come under this, then Bobby could possibly go over the top, and then there'd be a clear lane for when Quandre Diggs comes running up, and there just wasn't that. And then this one gets out the gate for 60 yards. Later in the game, and I've been talking a lot about Jordan Brooks, the rookie, and this was a play in the fourth quarter, 2 minutes, 30 seconds. This ends up being a 1 yard loss. And first of all, Benson Mayowa just entirely blows this tight end back into the backfield. And they're trying to pull their center, their backside guard, and he just entirely disrupts that. But what happens here is, Brooks is supposed to kind of come over the top of this block. But what he does is he comes underneath it. But he does it early. He doesn't wait. He does it like right away. So he comes underneath, and then that allows Bobby to know, okay, now I got to go over the top. And then he's sitting right there and waiting to make a tackle for a 1 yard loss. And let's take a look at it on film. All right, here's the first play that got out the gate, as I mentioned. 60-yard run, Wayne Gallman back here. And here's KJ right there. There's Bobby. And here's Quandre Diggs. So this is how they're lined up, and this is just the sideline shot here. And here is the handoff, actually, not a toss, but it's a handoff, and then he just bounces it outside. But what you can see here is KJ's kind of down the middle of this guy. And so you can see that Bobby's kind of waiting to see, okay, which way is it going to go? And like I said, he never goes inside or outside right away. And so that causes kind of a little traffic jam right here. And then, I mentioned that Diggs is sitting back there waiting to see what those guys are going to do. And Bobby and KJ are right here. They're just kind of clogged up. So again, if somebody had gone underneath and somebody gone over the top early on, then Quandre Diggs would be able to have a little bit clearer path of, where to run. And if these guys were more outside, it would have been just right up here in this gap and make a tackle. And I don't think there's a better free safety as far as open field tackling as Quandre Diggs. And then, of course, this is the result. Gallman's already run about 50 yards. This is Jordan Brooks right here. And it's kind of I would say like a DK Metcalf running down Budda Baker type of effort as far as his effort right there running. He is running hard. And then luckily, Jamal Adams, who was asked about this play, he was on the other side, entirely other side of the field. He hustles all the way over here and kind of turns him back, and Brooks ends up making the tackle. Couple of end zone shots here on that play, and you can see once again KJ is down the middle, and Bobby's just kind of unsure. And here's Diggs just saying, hey man, make a commitment here one way or the other, so I can decide whether to fill up in here or out here, and none of that happens. All right, let's take a look at the fourth quarter play. First of all, Benson Mayowa right there, he just entirely destroys this tight end. And again, they're trying to pull these guys over here. This is kind of an Aaron Donald-like play for him, because that's what he does. He disrupts the backfield so much. And once all of a sudden you get that, and now this guy has to kind of go sideways, it gives everybody a chance to pursue. But Benson Mayowa is the guy that starts off really playing that well. Now here you see this guy is coming, Evan Ingram is coming to hook block Jordan Brooks. There's Bobby, there's KJ, but what Brooks does is, again, he goes underneath. Now, is he supposed to do that? Probably not. He's probably, supposed to keep outside leverage out here and then turn it back into Bobby. But because he does it early, he makes it very clear that for Bobby that, okay, I'm going to go over the top, and then, you got safety fill in here. It makes it easier for him as well. Let's take a look at it from the end zone here. And here you can see 82 just getting owned by Benson Mayowa. He's, gotten straightened up, and it cuts both these guys off. So that's the thing that really makes this play have to bounce more outside. But you can see Brooks right here. He's made the decision already. He's like, okay, 88's coming to hook me. I'm going to go underneath him. And then Bobby just plays right over the top. And here's a sideline view of it finally, and Brooks is down underneath in here somewhere. But here's Bobby with just a beautiful form tackle right there. Just stands him up for no gain. And that was the difference between the long run and the one for negative yardage, is they made decisions early up front, and that makes it easy for not only the other linebacker to play the run, but also the safety in Quandre Diggs.
Football 101 is brought to you by Heritage Distilling Company, makers of BSB, Brown Sugar Bourbon.